Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me for this week's weekly card pull. Today's deck is by Carolyn Mice, and it is the Wisdom for Healing cards. And so I will be pulling 3 cards. The first one is for the beginning of the week. The second one is for the middle of the week. And the third one is for the end of the week. So let's see what we've got. For the beginning of the week, we have choose to empower yourself. Here's the card. And there's a message, there's a today's lesson. And today's lesson is, this is a day to practice the power of choice. Choose the quality of mood you want. What is, whether that is whether you'll adopt a positive or negative attitude, the choice is up to you. Your goal is to realize that you do have the ability to enhance your life each day. And again, this card is for the beginning of the week. The message for the middle of the week is all about practice the art of transformation. And today's lesson, acknowledge one situation in your life that's taking your power. Transform that situation into something positive and maintain that perspective as a spiritual discipline for the entire day. When your spirit slips into negativity, simply breathe and then pray your way back to an inner space of positive visualization. Your goal is to practice the art of transformation. So I'm starting to see a little bit of a theme, which is all about our power. So the first one is choosing to empower ourselves. And the second one is to become aware of the things that disempower us, that take our power away. And for the last part of the week, we have see God in all things. Here's the card. And today's lesson is put yourself in slow motion and observe everything and everyone through the lens of, this is sacred and it speaks to me. How does that change your environment? Your goal is to learn the spiritual practice of seeing God in all things. So we've got choose to empower yourself, practice the art of transformation, and see God in all things. And the message is, so the beginning of the week, it's about choosing. Free will is our greatest gift. The power to choose is our greatest gift. And we, as creators of our own experience, of our own reality, we have the responsibility of basically choosing everything. From the moment we wake up in the morning, we get to choose what kind of day we want to have. We get to set an intention for our day. We get to choose everything from what we want to wear to what we want to eat and drink and who we want to see, who we want to spend our time with. And it is our ability to choose is our greatest gift. And yes, it's not always easy to practice because other people are involved and it doesn't go over well when we are choosing for ourselves, when choosing what is aligned with us, because a lot of the times it may not be fully aligned with someone else. So, but again, our power lies in our ability to stand for ourselves, for our soul desires, our core values, our um, plan or our intention for our life, our ability to um, kind of like be all that we can be. And so so the exercise for the beginning of the week, I would say, is going to be about answering the question, what do I choose for myself? What do I choose for myself? Um, we can't stand in our power. We can't choose if we are not clear on where we want to go. So look at all the different areas of your life: health, spirituality, career, finances, romantic relationship, social relationships, personal growth, all areas of your life. And ask yourself, in this area, what do I want? Like, what do I want to create? What do I want to choose? Where do I want to go in this area of my life? And make sure that the choices that you make are aligned with that intention, are aligned with with those goals, with that vision for what you want to create. The For the second part, for the middle of the week, the art, practicing the art of transformation. Um, as you do the first exercise, as you answer the question, what do I want to choose? Um, or what do I choose for myself? A lot of time when you're looking at that question, at answering that question, you will see situations, you will see circumstances in your life that you have basically surrendered your power. And in those situations where you've surrendered your power, where you've basically allowed the circumstances or allowed other people to take your power away, um, part of the responsibility of choosing is the responsibility of correcting or course correcting um, those areas that aren't aligned or those situations that aren't aligned. So you need to get really honest with yourself about all of those things: people, situations, circumstances, beliefs, stories that you've picked up from childhood, from other people, that are taking your power away. And you need to stand firm and say, like, I'm choosing to reclaim my power in this situation, or with this person, or with this story that no longer applies, that I'm choosing to basically release. And so it is about standing firm in your belief that whatever your vision is for your life, you are more than worthy of it. You are more deserving of having that vision. Um, but also, in order to have that vision, you need to be ready to make some changes. You need to be able to transform um, relationships, limiting beliefs, stories, all of those things that have kept you stuck, all of those things that have made it harder to achieve that vision for yourself. And then we go to the end of the week, and it's see God in all things. And it's basically remembering that we are all divine. Each and every single one of us is divine. Um, everything that is around us, nature, um, the astrology, the stars, the planets, all of that stuff, we are all divine. Everything is divine. It's just divine in physical form. And our soul is divine. Our soul is limitless. Our soul is eternal. And this is This is the sacred part of us, and we all have it. It's funny. I was on Facebook earlier this morning, and somebody was talking about uh, ugly souls and ugly thoughts and ugly. I can't remember what the other ugly was. And I basically commented that there are no ugly souls because souls are divine. They are love with a capital L. It's not, it's impossible for a soul to be ugly, to be bad, to be mean, to be evil, or, fill in the blank, whatever word you want to use. Our soul is divine. There are ugly egos, but a soul is divine, a soul is perfect. And this is the sacredness of our soul. It is perfect in terms of, again, love with a capital L, compassion, tolerance, understanding, forgiveness, all of it. And so no matter what situation we may be in, it's always important to remember that all of the people involved have that sacredness to them. It doesn't matter, regardless of what they're showing us, regardless of what their ego is basically manifesting, because most of the time the ego is the one that's operating. It's always to remember that this person is sacred. This the situation that I'm finding myself in with this person is sacred because my soul chose it. My soul chose it maybe because there's a lesson in there for me. Maybe my soul chose it because I chose to be an agent of healing or change or transformation for the other person. And so when we put ourselves in a place where we can always see the sacredness in everything and everyone around us, we put ourselves at a whole different level of awareness where we no longer judge the situation, the circumstance, the person, because we realize that whatever is coming up is coming up, the essence is sacred, and what's coming up is coming up for us to use to move us forward, for us to use to transform ourselves, to heal ourselves, or if we chose to be the healing agent for someone else, then for that to take place. So it's about not judging the surface stuff and always reminding ourselves, having that awareness constantly, that there is that buried under all of this stuff that's apparent to us, is that sacredness that we all have. And when we come from that place, everything shifts because our energy shifts. And when our energy shifts, it invites the energy around us to shift as well. Alrighty. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful for the week, and I will catch you again next Monday in November. Oops. See you then. Have a great week, everyone.